Hello, and welcome to London Pinball. Howdy folks, Corey here again. Thought I'd talk to you today about this Captain Fantastic that I'm working on. The client has asked me to replace the pop bumper bodies on this machine. As you can see here, I've already done this one. And I am about to remove the pop bumper cap from here. I've already removed it from here, but I figured I'd show you how to go about doing this, since it's a bit of a problem and something that often needs to be done. So quite often you'll see the pop bumper skirts here will get broken, and certainly inside the pop bumpers will often get broken as well. I mean, these things take quite a bit of beating, especially when they're 45 years old, like this game is. So I'm going to show you how to make this happen right now. So first of all, you need to remove the pop bumper cap, which is not a difficult process. And part of the reason I wanted to do this is because it's not necessarily intuitive to do all of this. So I thought it would be a good thing to show you how to do. So once the pop bumper cap is removed, you'll see down inside, so you'll see down there's two more screws that need to be removed. So at this point we're going to lift the playfield. On this game there's the two pop bumper mechanisms there, and you see the third one just above it. And I'll show you how to remove all of the bits from this side. So first up, we're going to remove the two nuts that hold the pop bumper ring in place. These are, what are they? 5/16 nuts. And then there's the three nuts that hold the bracket in place. And so once those 5 nuts are off, you can remove the whole bracket assembly like this. And I'm going to just put it out of the way here. So now you can see the pop bumper spoon here. That's what actually the skirt actually activates. What the skirt touches and presses on when the ball hits it, that's what activates the switch which engages the pop bumper in the first place. And so now the other thing that needs to be done from this side is you need to remove, usually you need to desolder the wires that are attached to the lamp socket on this side. And so you can see there's one here and there's one here. Now somebody has added wires to these ones, and then they've moretted them to the original wires. Hey everybody, Corey here. You might be wondering, what the heck did he just say? Well, what I said was the word moretted. That's right, I turned the word moret into a verb. What is a moret, you may wonder? Well, around here we refer to electrical twist connectors as morets. Why do we do that, you may wonder? Well, because in Ontario, in Canada, in the early 20th century, a guy named William P. Marr invented the moret. That's right, it's a Canadian invention, and around here we honor that guy by calling these little things morets. Doesn't matter what brand they are, they're called morets. And now you know. I don't mind that they've added the wires here, but I would prefer that they were soldered in place rather than just moretted there. At any rate, once you've detached those wires, you can pull the whole assembly through from the top, and I'll show you that right now. So once the wires and the nuts have been removed from the underside and the screws have been undone up top, you can actually just remove that whole assembly like so. So once that assembly is removed, then you can take the whole thing apart. Now this one's not going to go easy because these wires are still attached, and I'm going to have to desolder those so that the lamp socket bits, the leads on the lamp socket can go up through these holes, these little holes here. So now with those wires removed, I can actually pull the bottom, the base of the pop bumper assembly off, and then you'll see there's the spring. There's the spring, and there's the skirt, and then the pop bumper ring itself, and then this is the crappy old body, and you can see it's broken right through on both sides. Now, quite often what we'll do with these guys is we'll replace the original lamp socket with a brand new one. I am likely to do that since this one is pretty junky, and it will make it work like new. So here's the original socket. It's pretty crappy, and then I've got a brand new one here. You can see that the leads on the new one are quite a bit longer than the original, and I will put that into the new body. Where did that go? So here's the new body here, and I've also got a new base here. I'll show you the base. Sometimes these will break, but usually you can just reuse the old ones. There's nothing wrong with this one, so I'll just reuse that old one. And the skirt is already new. I'm not sure who replaced the skirts on this one before it came to me, but it was not me, but these are obviously just fine. Sometimes it's fun to mod these games with different colored skirts. Some people don't like doing that, but I don't mind really. There's all kinds of different colors. So once you get the new body, you're going to put the ring back in there like so, and then followed by the skirt like so, and then followed by the spring like so. Try not to lose it. And then the base, like I say, I'm going to reuse the original. And then you'll see it kind of snaps all together. These guys here, you'll see these, there's 4 holes there, and these 2 here have channels of some sort, whatever you want to call them. That's where the leads for the lamp socket go through, and they match up with these guys here, and that's how they snap together. And then the other holes are for the screws that fit the body to the top of the playfield. So this guy slides on there. You'll see the spring kind of fits in the middle there, and then it just kind of snaps together like that. And so now when it's on the top of the playfield, it'll have nice action like that. So the last thing is the lamp socket, and you can see inside there, or maybe you can't, there's like I said, there's these raised bits where the lamp socket goes through, the leads go through, and then there's these recessed holes where the screws go through. So I'm just going to jam that in there like so, and it'll fit nice and tight and snug like that, and now that's ready to go back on the playfield like this. You'll see it'll only go in one way. You can't really screw it up. And now that'll fit really nice and tight, and I'll grab the screws and we'll tighten it back up. Now you'll want to be careful when you're tightening these down. You do not want to tighten them up too much, or you can break the brand new body. And so you'll see how that's just sitting there. That's because the mechanism underneath is still not attached. So I'm going to do that right now. So here you can see, move this guy out of the way. Here you can see the leads for the pop bumper socket. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's one there, and I'm going to bend that right back like so. And this guy here, I'm going to do the same thing. So they are right against the playfield like that. So before I solder those wires into place, those leads into place, I'm going to add a little bit of heat shrink tubing to those leads so that they don't short anything out against the bracket. Like that. And on same thing on this side here. Okay, and then solder this guy into place. Alright, so once that's in place, that's super awkward to solder those leads in. But anyway, it's done. Once that's done, you can put that bracket back in place like so. Make sure that you get the pop bumper ring to slide into the yoke, and then you can bolt her back up like this. Not gonna lie, doing pop bumpers is super awkward. It's a tight spot. The soldering for the lamp socket is incredibly annoying. Usually I can do this per pop bumper in about 15 minutes. You know, if you're inexperienced with this sort of thing, I would say give yourself a solid half hour. Alright, looks good. Let's see how it works. Lamp works. Pop bumper works. Works just fine. So there you go. Hopefully you found this helpful. My name's Corey. Thanks for watching.